What's up, everybody? We're in Middlesex, New Jersey. It's the middle of nowhere, really, but I love it. A small town like my hometown in Wisconsin. This is the HQ, the headquarters for NutraBio, one of our favorite labs at FI, because they stand for everything that we are trying to help accomplish within the industry. And in 2019, you guys have been standing on a lot of things each week. Product launch after product launch after product launch after product launch after product launch. And now it's been 2 weeks quiet, which is shocking. I thought for sure I'd have something to do. So I come out to New Jersey, I say, Mark, Brandon, Dan, what's going on? And they hit me with a product update. So this is an official product update slash stuff you haven't heard before from anybody else. You can hear it right here at FI. We have new products coming from the NutraBio umbrella. Mark, tell us about the first one.
Well, the first 6 months we did a lot of flavor systems. I think we introduced 40 some odd products.
Right.
More than one per week. So every Friday we had 1, 2, 3 products coming out. We're not going to be releasing every single Friday anymore for the second half of the year, but I think the second half of the year is going to be more exciting because we are continuing with flavors. So we have some really innovative flavors coming out, but we're doing a lot of new innovative product launches. We're definitely going to have a nootropic coming out. We were the first to do a nootropic in the industry many years ago. That's coming out. We're going to be doing a powdered multivitamin. We're going to be doing a powdered thermogenic. So there's a lot of cool, innovative products that are coming on the market. We're launching this week or next week this product, Upsorb.
Okay.
And really innovative product. What it is, it's estrogen and bioperin. So 2 ingredients that increase absorption of many, many other ingredients into the body. So we're the first company to do this as a standalone product.
Right.
And the idea first came from these guys to just do it. And as we did more and more research, we realized that estrogen doesn't work by just having it with the ingredient at that time. It works by being in the body, systemic in the body throughout the day.
Right.
So we created this through working with the manufacturer and the scientists in the company, a 2-a-day product where you're taking it like a daily vitamin, and what happens is it will enhance the absorption of a lot of things that you're taking throughout the day. So not just NutraBio products, amino acids, many vitamins and minerals, fish oil, what else?
So it's going to increase absorption. It's been shown 2,000% increase in curcumin absorption.
That's
things
correct.
like 100% increase in fish oil or your omega-3s.
Right.
It's going to have a 67% absorption of amino acids, so your L-citrulline to your leucine, to things of that sort. 33% increase in creatine. So you're seeing all these ergogenic aids as well as these health and essential items that are getting increased in terms of absorption. So this is for every person, whether it be your hardcore athlete or your soccer mom who just wants to make sure that they're increasing bioavailability of the products that they take.
What's interesting too, because a lot of the ingredients or the products that you just talked about, they don't include estrogen or bioperin, right? So we've been seeing these ingredients more so in like maybe a pre-workout or something along those lines, but instead, especially fish oil, which is something that everybody should be taking. Like that's one of my 5 critical supplements that people should be taking. You're not going to find estrogen or bioperin in that at all.
Right. No.
Or even like the vast majority of sports nutrition supplements still are not using one or the other, especially not a combination, because it's expensive. Estrogen is not cheap. So this is very cool stuff. How is it, like a 30 serving? Is that what we're coming to expect?
30 servings and 60 caps, taken twice a day, once in the morning, once at night, just to keep the estrogen in your body. So whatever you're taking, our supplements, anybody's supplements, pre-workouts, obviously pre-workouts and post-workouts and intra-workouts are loaded with aminos. So it's going to be really, really effective with those. Your multivitamins, your daily vitamins that you're taking every day anyway, it's going to increase the effectiveness of that as well. So, and what's cool about estrogen is they're doing a lot more research. So they're continuing. It's not like they did 1 or 2 studies and we're just propping this thing up. We're working with them. Now we're looking at CBD, and we're showing studies not out yet, right?
Yes, so they have 3 preliminary studies at hemp extracts, including CBD, that is looking at absorption rates and things of that sort. And right now, how the data and the research is coming out is very strong in the way of increased absorption. So that's another thing. You're going to be able to take this with essentially any extract. We have botanicals like resveratrol. You have heart-healthy ingredients like CoQ10. This is increasing the absorption of all these nutrients anywhere from 30 to even into the thousands of percentages. Believe in the 30s.
Basically anybody that takes anything. I mean, from like my mom to even my grandmother could use this to get benefit from it.
It covers everything, and like Mark said, they're doing more studies all the time.
Right.
And that's what's exciting for all of us is we're in contact with the guys that supply us with estrogen. They're constantly coming out with new and innovative stuff. And the reason you hit on it, you don't see this in fish oil, you don't see this in multivitamins. So the thing is, people aren't diving deep into the research. It has taken not only myself, but the rest of our research and development team, as well as Mark, hours, days, really digging into the research, really combing over every single thing to see exactly what are the exogenous benefits of this beyond just the amino acids, because that's what they marketed. They marketed it for gut health and for amino acid absorption, and that's why you see it in pre-workouts. That's why you see it in pump products or with the essential amino acid products, and it makes sense. But there are so many other real-world applications to this product. And this is why we want to bring it out to the mainstream. We don't want this just to be a sports nutrition product. This is for our everyday consumer that just wants to live a healthier life and get the most out of their supplements. It's a multivitamin, it's a daily vitamin for your supplements.
This is my recollection. You guys correct me wrong. You're the first company to do this.
Absolutely.
And nobody's touched it.
Kind of creating a new category almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So that's cool.
Yeah, matter of fact, in the stores, we don't know where to put it.
Right.
Because there's no category for it, so we created a box for a countertop display. Because really, it's not just for a NutraBio product. You can take it with just about
You can take it with any competitor product that doesn't use it.
Yeah,
I mean, you're taking it twice a day, right? So it's
This is the perfect add-on for any store purchase.
Right.
So like your multivitamin or anything, you can stack this into a cart, you can build a cart, and you can provide a better service to your consumers and help them get more out of their supplements.
Yeah, it's been manufactured for about a month now. These guys don't know I've been taking it every day.
That's why he looks the way he does.
That's it.
That's
Proof
right.
is in the pudding.
All right, so that's cool.
Right.
You guys got some other cool stuff coming.
Yeah, in the last couple of years, we've gotten a tremendous amount of support from retail stores, from brick and mortar stores, and I think they've really helped build the NutraBio name. It's important to us because our product is, it's got a serious story about the quality, the efficacy of it, the transparency of it. It's not an easy sell. You can't just throw it on an internet site and buy it because people don't understand what the product's all about. And we've gotten such support from smaller stores and mom and pop and brick and mortar, putting it in their stores and really building our reputation and getting the consumer to understand what NutraBio is all about and what we've achieved over the years. So we are coming out with a new product line. It's going to be part of NutraBio. It's going to be a subset of NutraBio.
A new product line.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different, but it's going to be part of NutraBio, not a little spin-off. And it's going to be direct to brick and mortar only.
Okay, so not available online.
Not available online. It might be available through some brick and mortar stores if they have a website. We're not sure about that. But this is, to give back to all of these small owners that have built our brand, that help get the consumer to understand what we've done. And the commitment is it's not going to be like most products where these stores build it up and then as soon as it gets big, it just gets thrown on the internet. We're making a long-term commitment to create a product for these guys, to thank them for all the work they've done. And you asked the question earlier, like some of the concept you asked about how we can make a pre-workout that's not 25 gram serving and get it down to a smaller serving because people are looking for that. And I explained to you we can't do that. We can't just take ingredients out or half dosages and make a smaller because it's not efficacious doses. So what we're doing in this line, and Brandon will explain, is we're separating our pre from our pump product.
Okay.
So you can build one product on top of another depending on what you want to get out of this product.
All right, so we have a pre and a pump coming.
Those are two of the products. And Brandon, go ahead.
All right, yeah, so we have a full product line in the works. We've already gotten about 12 items approved. Going forward, we're looking at releasing 3 to 4 within the next coming months. First, as Mark has hit on, we have a pump product and pre-workout that will be stackable, but they're also going to be so well dosed. It's under the same compromises that we make within NutraBio.
No compromises.
Exactly, without compromises. Excuse me. It's going to be efficacious, it's going to be transparent, it's going to be full clinical doses of each ingredient, but it's going to be a much different spin. It's going to be using very different and more innovative ingredients than we've used in the past.
Very cool.
And it's going to be very comprehensive. It's going to be a line that fits together and makes it so that stores can sell it and pitch it to their customers, but B, really stand behind these products. Previous to being here, I was a COO of 6 brick and mortar retail stores, and this is the brand that I would have wanted. Someone asked me, what are the things you look for? It's the loyalty, it's the support, but it's also great products that the demand is there for.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of brands, they're looking to do something completely different. They're not looking through the industry, through the eyes of the consumer itself. So the first products that we have coming out are a high stim pre and a pump product.
High stim pre. Okay,
yes,
so that's going to be
high
attractive to a lot of people.
Absolutely, and it's something that's completely different than what we have currently.
Not 1,000 milligrams of caffeine.
No, thank God.
Yeah.
But, the challenge that we're
Nothing
having,
asinine.
the challenge we have in creating these is not creating another pump product, just taking every single ingredient and dumping it in a bottle.
Right.
It's to look at all the different pathways that improve nitrous oxide and what ingredients don't step on top of other ingredients and just say, oh, here's the kitchen sink, look at what other people are putting on the market and just put a little more. We're really looking at the science behind each of these ingredients to see how they work well together. So that's why it's taking more time than just formulating by throwing a bunch of crap in a bottle.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. This is
and we're really kind of proud of what's coming out. I think it's going to be very innovative to the industry.
Yeah, it's been an arduous process. This has been a line that we've been working on since middle of last year, and something like our pump product is as Mark hit on, hitting on every single pathway, but they're not overlapping one another. So we're having nitric oxide synthase. We're going through the endothelial pathway.
Right.
We're also getting things like cell volumization, cell expansion, things of that sort, hydration, electrolyte manipulation, things of that sort. So we're hitting on every single component of a great pump, great hydration, cell volumization, all those concepts that lead you to getting, that crazy full pump that leads to better performance, better pumps in the gyms, better blood flow, things of that sort, and then stacking it with a high stim pre, if that's, you pick your poison, if that's your thing.
Right.
Some people, we're overstimulated in today's society, so some people are, adverse to stems. So we give them the option. You can have a fully efficacious pump product that stands on its own. You don't need to do both, but we're giving you the option that if you are someone that wants that edge of higher energy, nootropic-like focus with concentration, mental acuity, that laser-like locked-in feeling, you have that from the same brand. So you're going to have an option for everything. And then another thing that I'm extremely excited about is a powder thermogenic that we have coming out.
Okay.
So this is going to be...
Because you guys currently don't have one other than NutraBio.
We do not. No. So we have thermal fuel,
Yep.
great formula,
Great formula.
efficaciously
Good
dosed. But right now we see powder fat burners being extremely convenient first and foremost. There's a flexible dosaging of it. So with pills, a lot of times you need to take, if it's a 1 capsule serving,
Yeah.
how are you going to cut that in half?
Right.
If it was too strong for you, you had to take the full thing. And what we want to do is make this flexible, make this versatile. It's going to hit on, fatty acid metabolism or, mobilization.
Yep.
It's going to help with, thermogenesis, reducing thermogenesis, helping with caloric expenditure. It's going to help with thyroid regulation. So you're getting all these different benefits that are, extremely synergistic with one another as far as the thermogenic goes. And you're going to have it powdered and flavored incredibly by our team. So it's going to be a very popular product.
And it's going to be based on all the same tenets that NutraBio is based on.
You're right.
Matter of fact, the name is called ETHIX, E-T-H-I-X.
That's
E
awesome.
stands for efficacy. So when we put a formula together, the dosages, the way we create that formula, has to be efficacious, has to work. T is transparency, so we're going to do the same thing with NutraBio. We're going to be showing every single ingredient. We're going to show every single dosage of what we're doing in there, so the consumer has that confidence in it. H is for honesty, and that just has to do with our marketing.
Right.
We don't do all that hype and all that nonsense out there. We tell the consumer what we're doing. We want it to be true. We want it to be honest. We don't want to blow things out of proportion. So that's important. The I is for innovation, and just always being on top of the game as far as making a supplement that is new, innovative as possible.
Right.
So I think the slogan is the crossroads of efficacy, honesty, transparency, and innovation.
Right.
That's where the X comes from. So we're kind of proud of even the name that we do because it stands for everything we've stood for all of these years.
Right. That's super exciting. I mean, for brick and mortar, the physical retail stores too, like if consumers want this, like you're gonna have to walk into a store to get one. So
Exactly.
you're gonna have to drive your car, get out of your car, go and say hi to somebody and buy it. It's not that big of a deal, especially when you have great products like this. I'm excited about this because you guys obviously have pre-extreme, which is kind of, people might say that's your high stim to
Right.
some extent. So difference between this pre, right? If I walk into a brick and mortar and they're carrying the NutraBio pre and they're carrying the ETHIX pre, like Brandon or Dan, can you guys explain the difference between the two?
I think the first difference is the pre we do now is an all-in-one pre. So it's 27 grams or
Right.
whatever. It's got everything. It's got pre, it's got pump, it's got creatine, which does not have to be taken
Right.
with your pre-workout. It can be taken anytime. Beta-alanine can be taken anytime. So what we're doing is we're separating it into different products that you can build one on top of another.
Right.
So it's going to be a smaller formula, but the pump is going to be the strongest pump formula out there. It's a smaller dosage because we're taking the pre out, we're taking other things out that don't need to be. And same with the thermogenic and what.
Absolutely. So biggest differences, say, between our pre-extreme and our current high stim pre formula. So the high stim pre that we're using, it's going to be all the latest and most innovative stim products that we haven't used. We haven't ventured to use because there haven't been a reason to put it in a great formula like pre or pre-extreme. So what the research has shown to be extremely both popular and clinically proven within the last few years, it does have nootropics in there. It's really going to hone in on that laser-like focus, that mental acuity aspect, cognition, things of that sort that we've already kind of come to the market with in terms of our alpha EA, or alpha GPC, even our standalone products like choline bitartrate. So we're getting that perfect mix of great focus, energy production, but also making sure that it's going to have certain ingredients to balance things out. So it's the perfect balance. If someone is, just wants a stim product, they can also take it standalone as well, and that's why we made it without all the performance ingredients. There's a lot of people that come to us and say, hey, I love your pre-formula, I love your pre-extreme formula, but beta-alanine gives me paresthesias, the tingly feeling, or creatine, it makes me hold water or whatever it may be. So those are things that have kind of, segregated part of the market. Women a lot of times don't want to take creatine. So this is something that it can be used for anything. And like I said, this entire product line is going to be stackable. So we will have products that contain those, performance ingredients like your creatines, like your beta-alanines, like your betaines. But it'll be used in conjunction rather than already in a built-in formula where someone is able to say to us, hey, I was really interested in that product, but I didn't want those ingredients.
Well, Mark and I were talking earlier too. Creatine, beta-alanines are designed to be taken daily as well. So it's nice to have them in your pre-workout, but you also should be taking them on your off days as well. So, and I think a lot of consumers are going to be more knowledgeable on the fact like you should be buying creatine monohydrate, beta-alanine as standalones to take out. So if you're getting take pre 5 days a week and then take your creatine and your beta-alanine.
On that note, we have a product coming out that is creatine and beta-alanine. So people who are taking the pre-workout and not getting a full dosage will take a second dose of that.
Right.
And on their off days, they can take just this one standalone product with creatine.
You're making life easy.
Combination of creatine and beta-alanine in there, because that's what happens. People are taking pre all the time, and then their off days, they're not thinking about beta-alanine, they're not thinking about creatine.
So we're not getting the cell saturation effect.
So it's going to be made. That product can be made to go with our pre and with our pre-extreme and our intra. So you're taking one, and then you can take that through off days. So it's a good point you're making. We're answering that as well very soon.
So Upsorb in the next couple weeks, pre-pump and a powder thermogenic coming to brick and mortar exclusive. Are we thinking Q4 time frame? Do we have a time frame in line? You guys, 2019.
Yeah, I think the first ETHIX products will be probably launching within 60 days, I believe.
That's amazing.
That's what we're hoping for,
I'm stoked. And you guys have personally tested these products.
Absolutely. So
I know Brandon has. You've been posting pictures like nuts.
Man. So this has been a 6-month-long beta testing process, and as you know, I've worked with other companies in the industry. I had never seen such an extensive process. Mark, I got to give it up to him. He is a man of his word, and he is a perfectionist. So we have went through, I believe, 6 or 7 versions of the pump product. I mean, I've tested every single ingredient you could think of, like a lab rat, and so has he. So we're in the trenches. We are doing it. This pump product has been essentially tested in every single condition that a person that would be taking it would. So fasted training, when I've done a 36-hour fast, so for those people that practice fasting, they want the autophagy benefits, things of that sort. I've tested it glycogen depleted, I've tested it glycogen loaded, I've tested it with my electrolytes in balance, with taking, reducing my sodium and sodium depleting, well hydrated, low hydration. Every single aspect or every single condition that you can think of to make sure that it's not just the person that eats, a high carb diet like I do that's getting the benefits and getting the pump. That would be easy to say. If I'm glycogen loaded, I'm going to get a pump regardless. So it's even being able to say, hey, my ketogenic dieters, you're going to be able to get a great pump on this. My fasters that train first thing in the AM, like your corporate workers and people like yourself, you're going to get a great pump. I want to make sure, and we want to make sure, that every single person, whatever they do, is going to get the benefits of this product. Especially in terms of the blood flow, the vasodilation, things of that.
It's crazy. I mean, you guys have been around since '96, and you have a pump product of sorts with your Extreme Nitric Stack. But like, this is gonna be like your first full-fledged pump-centric product coming out under ETHIX, which is so the brick and mortar stores are probably jumping up and down right now and super excited. They're gonna kiss you and kiss your forehead all over the place. So you heard it here. We're stoked. I mean, any other thing you guys want to add about? And this is awesome. This is something that I don't think many people ever thought NutraBio would do, potentially. They might say, well, why not do it under the NutraBio name and why create a subline? Well, it's going directly to brick and mortar. I mean, that kind of distinguishes it right there. So I know you guys are excited about it. I'm excited about it, and I've tried a variation of the pump. I don't know if it's the exact one that's coming out. If it is, it's great. You're all going to love it.
Yeah, this is going to be not going to every brick and mortar. This is going to be exclusive to stores that have that type of relationship with the consumer where they can explain it. Like Steve Calabrese at Natural Body out there, where they have that one-on-one experience with the consumer. It's those guys out there, Tim Kaminsky and NutraBio, who have helped build our brand because of the relationship they have. They're not just throwing shit products at their customers for margin. They're trying to match their customer with the best possible product to give the best possible benefit. And that's what this is, because it's stackable. It has to be in somewhere where they have that one-on-one relationship and they can work with them. So
So brick and mortar stores that currently work with you today, should they just expect to hear from you guys, or should they reach out and get as much information as they can?
Not
as
yet.
possible?
No.
Yeah.
We didn't. This is the first announcement of it.
Right.
This
But
condescension.
they're gonna be like, wait, how do I get this? Right? You know, if they see this, they'll be like, wait a second, I want my hands
I'm
on
sure
this.
Dan and I will be in
Yeah,
contact.
tomorrow we're gonna
Keep
call.
your
us.
funds.
We weren't gonna release this for another month or so.
Yeah.
We pulled our arm.
Came a little
and
early.
we
I'm in
let
town.
you go.
You want me
As soon as it's ready, we'll be getting it out to you guys.
Awesome.
Without a doubt.
All the sales reps will have car stock. They'll be bringing it around. You guys can live sample it and see what you think and give us some feedback. But this will be brick and mortar exclusive from now till the entire future. We're not backing out of that. We're doubling down on our promises and our commitments to brick and mortar. We appreciate everything you guys have done for us and sticking by us the last few years, and we're only getting started.
Yeah.
We'll have, I mean, as we get closer to launch, we'll be releasing full labels,
Yep.
all that stuff, so you guys can see the formulas behind it. Brandon, anything else?
There's a lot more coming in 2019.
We have this is the first 3 of a long line of products. This is.
Well, you
4
mentioned
stores.
12, so I mean,
Yeah,
you guys can do the
12
math, that's
products
9 more, so.
But there's a lot of
more
other
that
stuff coming out. I mean, besides the rebuilding of this facility, we're just 2019 is going to be a huge year for us.
Basically, brands are on notice. These guys are in the running for brand of the year.
Just getting started.
This helps too. So, ETHIX coming exclusive to brick and mortar here in 2019. We have Upsorb coming here in the next couple weeks, which is going to help with ingredient absorption. Fitnessinformed.com, NutraBio.com. Make sure you support these guys. Check them out. A lot of good stuff already this year, and some really amazing stuff coming out here in the back half of 2019. Let's go!